Hi, hey, hello, how are you? And welcome to my channel. Today, I am going to be picking my May TBR. Now, in the past, pretty much every single time that I make a monthly TBR, I rely on the TBR jar, my cat to pick my TBR, my partner to pick my TBR, and I'm not doing it this month because I'm sick of it. For the time being. I'm not saying I'm never going to go back to the TBR jar or other fun ways of choosing a monthly TBR. I'm just saying for this month, I need a break. Because I felt like I got slumped out in April because I was trying so hard to read all the books that I had picked in my monthly TBR video, and I felt like that really did me a disservice, which was sad because reading is supposed to be fun. You're supposed to read what you want to read, and I just felt like this is not working for me for right now. So what I'm gonna do this month is I'm gonna choose whatever the heck books I want to read. So I don't think that I'm gonna stick with like picking 6 like I normally do, because I'm well aware that like this is gonna be aspirational. I'm pretty sure that only once in history have I ever finished every single book on the monthly TBR. So this month I'm like, hey, I know that I'm not going to, and that's totally fine. I'm totally okay with that. So I'm just gonna put a bunch of books on here because I'm basically just telling you these are what's on my radar, and I will probably read a handful of these this month. So here we go. For starters, I have already started a couple books this month. I started Rupture, which is the 4th book in the Dark Iceland series by Ragnar Jonsson. I started reading it on my Kindle because I got it from the library via my Kindle, and I am plowing through that. At the time of recording this, I'm like 30% through and I'm really liking it so far, so I'm putting that on here because I'm gonna finish that this month. I also started listening to the audiobook of Ashford Parker Doesn't Fail by Ashley Herring Blake. That is the 2nd book in the Bright Falls series, and I'm also really liking that so far, and I'm definitely gonna finish that within the next couple days, so I'm just putting that out there. And you know what? While we're being ambitious and slightly delusional, I'm just gonna say I might just read the 3rd one. I might just do that because there's only 3 books in the series, and the feeling of finishing a series is like none other. So I might just get crazy and read the 3rd one too. So that's on my radar for this month. I also just got on my Kindle the Powerless novella. I think it's called Powerful by Lauren Roberts, and I'm super stoked to read that. That novella will follow Adina, who is like our main character's best friend in Powerless, and it takes place during Powerless. So like, unfortunately, it doesn't further the story, but it's better than nothing because it's still a story set in that world. And I deeply miss that world, and I am so sad that I still have to wait for Reckless to come out. Thankfully, that's coming out this summer. But in the meantime, our lovely author, Lauren Roberts, has provided us with a novella that came out at the end of April, and I really want to read that this May. I also want to read Thank You for Listening by Julia Whalen. I believe that I got this book for Christmas. My mom read it and said it was amazing. So I really want to get to it hopefully this month. I feel like I keep almost putting it on my monthly TBR, and then for whatever reason it doesn't make it. So I would really love to get to this one / get it out of the way, just because I feel like this momentum has been building for the longest time. Like, I just need to do it. I just need to read it. I've also been kicking around starting the Twisted series by Anna Huang. I have had this book for a minute now. I don't even remember when I got it. Could have been last year, could have been the year before. I'm not sure. But I also just recently bought the 2nd book because I sold a bunch of my books to a local used bookstore, and I had credits, so I got the 2nd one, Twisted Games, for free. So now that I have the first 2, I'm a little bit more motivated to start the series because I know that I won't have to wait after I finish the first one. If I'm really excited for the 2nd one, I can just go straight into it. So I might start this one this month as well. I'm not sure because, to be honest, sometimes it can be a little bit hard to decide to start another series just because, like, listen, us book girlies, like, we're always in the middle of so many series. So I don't know, we'll see what happens, but I do want to read this. I do want to know what everyone's talking about because this book has been out for a minute and I feel like I just can't be a part of the conversation. I'm having FOMO, so I need to get to this one. Let's see, how many is that? Rupture, Asher Parker Doesn't Fail, Iris Kelly Doesn't Date, Powerful, Twisted Love, Thank You for Listening, possibly Twisted Games. Also, I need to address the elephant in the room. Again, this is an elephant that I just keep addressing because this elephant doesn't go away. And by this elephant, I mean the Throne of Glass tandem read. If you watched my April TBR video, you would know that I put both of those books on there because I need to finish them. At this point, I have been reading them for over 6 months. That's so embarrassing. Straight up, if you never read Throne of Glass before and you want to, I would not suggest reading those two books in tandem because there's just, I don't know why I have such a mental block about it, but like I do, and it's frustrating to me. I just want to be done. I will say, somebody please give me points for the fact that like I did read more of them this past month. I did. When I started April, I believe I was like 38 or something percent through Empire of Storms and like 60 something percent through Tower of Dawn. At this point, I finally reached 50% in Empire of Storms. So that's great because in my delusional mind, when you hit 50% in a book, you're almost done. You're almost done. You're over the hill. And that's what matters because now you have that downhill momentum, you know what I mean? So yeah, obviously those are on the monthly TBR as well. You know, just do my best to keep working through them. I really need to because in addition to finishing my physical TBR as a reading goal for the year, I also just want to freaking finish the Throne of Glass series. Like, I started it last May, so like it's been a year. And I'm still not done, and I still have the giant last book, Kingdom of Ash. So, I know that I sound like somebody's forcing me to do this, and I swear to God, like, I do love this series. I do. But it's just, sometimes it's hard for me to get my little ADHD brain to, like, sit down and read these giant books, because once you've lost that momentum, it can be hard to find it again. So I don't know. I'm doing my best out here. I really do want to finish those. So if not this month, this year, I swear to God. And last but not least, I would like to read The Giver this month. I believe this was on my March TBR, and it was like the only one that I wasn't able to get to, which is sad. I have read this book before. I read it in 7th grade. I'm aware that this is a children's book technically, but when I read it in 7th grade and I was like super obsessed with it, I was not aware that this is a series. So I want to read the whole series, but I feel like in order to do that and get the most out of it, I need to go back and read the first one again. So I would love to be able to get to The Giver as well this month. Might be a pipe dream, but I would love that. That would be so awesome because I feel like this was definitely probably my favorite assigned reading I ever had in school. And I would love to relive those memories and also rewatch the movie. I was obsessed with the movie. Like, oh my God, my sister and I were like down bad for Brenton Thwaites. He was an amazing Jonas. So I would love to read this, watch the movie, then start the second one. That'd be awesome. Anyway, those are all the books that are currently on my radar that I'm currently looking at reading within the next month. I don't know how many I'll get to. Hopefully I don't slip myself out because I plan on only reading books that I actually want to read and doing more of like a mood reading type of vibe this month. So I'm really excited for that. I feel like this is gonna go well. This is gonna give me some good momentum for reading going into the summer. I feel like a lot of people say that they read a lot over the summer because sometimes you've got more free time or whatever, but I always felt like I read way less in the summer because I had free time. I was doing other things, whereas like during the year when you just have your regular routine, I feel like I just build reading into my routine and then I get more reading done. I don't know. We'll see. I mean, I feel like I got a lot of reading done the last couple summers, but I just get scared that I'm gonna get slumped out in the summer for whatever reason. Anyway, thank you so much for watching this video. If you liked it, you can give it a like. You can leave a comment down below. Tell me, what are you planning on reading in May? Have you read any of the books that I put on my TBR? Do you suggest them? Are you scared for me because they're not that good? Tell me, let me know in the comments. If you want to, you can subscribe to my channel. You can see a new video, hopefully, every week. You can hit that little bell icon so you can be notified when that video drops. And all of my social media links are in the description. You can go follow me on Goodreads and Instagram. You can go follow me on Threads, see the random stuff that I say. You can follow me on Spotify. Sometimes I make book playlists, so you can go find those there. And anyway, I will see you next time. Bye!